Welcome back to our channel, Medicare Secrets, where we uncover the mysteries and mayhem of Medicare. Okay, so today's topic is a question that I get all the time. Remember, I am a licensed agent, an owner of an agency licensed in 37 states. We handle all Medicare related insurance. The reason why I do what I do is because I like to get the word out there about Medicare, because there is just way too much confusion. I mean, I talk to people across the whole country all day, and it is just beyond confused. I'm sharing information, and to me, that's what I want to do. That's the purpose of the channel. So if you like what I'm talking about, go ahead and hit subscribe down below. Also, if you want to be notified every time I make a new video, just click the bell icon. And then also when you click the bell icon, you can move it up to the word all. You'll get all notifications if you want. The question I always hear is, what does Medigap, also called a Medicare Supplement Plan G, cover? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you on to the Medicare.gov website, and I'm going to show you a chart that originated in 1966. It's a chart of letters, and Medicare is made up of a ton of letters. Let's go to the video now where I go through it all with you. So here we go. Hi guys. Okay, so we're over here at the Medicare.gov website, and we are looking at how to compare Medigap policies. This is where we will find Plan G. Medigap policies are standardized, so that's very important. It means that every single one of these policies are exactly the same because the government mandates it so. So every Medigap policy must follow federal and state laws designed to protect you, and it must be clearly identified as a Medicare supplement insurance. Insurance companies can sell you only a standardized policy identified in most states by letters. All policies offer the same basic benefits, but some offer additional benefits, so you can choose which one meets your needs. In Massachusetts, Minnesota, and Wisconsin, Medigap policies are standardized in a different way. So what this paragraph right here actually is saying to you is these three states, there's exceptions. So that's all this means. And the confusion here, this word additional benefits, because of commercial advertising, that I'm sure you've seen the Medicare commercials, they're not Medicare. They use the term extra benefits all the time or something similar. So it's kind of like a play off of this, but this simply means, and these are Medigap, not the commercials on television that we see. These are Medigap. What you're seeing on television is typically Medicare Advantage because that's really promoted the most. Okay, so let's get back to this. Medigap policies are standardized. We went over the three states that are different. So if you do not live in Massachusetts, Minnesota, or Wisconsin, what I'm about to go over will apply to your state. These three states, I'll make a separate video and go over that. It's completely different. Every insurance company decides which Medigap policies it wants to sell, although state laws might affect which ones they offer. Insurance companies that sell Medigap policies don't have to offer every Medigap plan. They must offer Medigap Plan A if they offer any Medigap policy, and they must also offer Plan C or Plan F if they offer any plan. What's interesting about this last line here, as of January 1, 2020, Medigap plans sold to people new to Medicare can no longer cover the Part B deductible. If you're born prior to 1955, you can have a Medigap plan that does pay the Part B deductible, which equals $233 for the year. This is Plan F. It's no longer available if you're born after 1955. Plan G is what anyone who is turning 65 now or has in the last 2 years. So you're born after 1955, you can get Plan G. It's a lot more affordable. It's almost an identical twin to this Plan F over here. And I'm going to go over that right now. So we're going to compare Medigap plans. The most popular, as I just said, plan is Plan G. Plan G is the golden plan, Plan G. So you use the original red, white, and blue Medicare federal A and B program, red, white, and blue card as your primary coverage, and that federal program will pay 80%. The Medigap G will fill in the 20% gap. So let's go down this column here, Medigap benefits. So what this will tell us is these basically tell you what Medicare covers. F and G are the two that we're focusing on at this moment. G is the core plan that we are looking at. So Part A coinsurance and hospital costs up to an additional 365 days after Medicare benefits are used up. What does that mean? Part A is the hospital side of Medicare. Medicare is going to pay a coinsurance of 80% when you enter a hospital. The bill starts running, tab starts going, and Medicare from the National Medicare Fund that we pay into will pay 80% of your bill. And then Plan G over here has a check mark next to it, a green check, which means that it picks up the 20%. So that green check mark means the plan covers 100% of this benefit. So this benefit meaning Medicare will pay 80% of anything under Part A, which is the hospital. Left over is obviously the coinsurance is 20%, and Medigap Plan G will pick that up and pay it for you. No questions asked. As long as Medicare has covered it, then Plan G is going to pick up the 20% balance, no questions asked. It's irrelevant what Plan G company that you choose because every Plan G, as we said earlier, is standardized. They're exactly the same. Okay, so let's talk about Part B. So Part A is hospital. Part B, as we see here, coinsurance or copayment, is the outpatient side of Medicare, meaning doctor's visits and lab work and tests and MRIs and CT scans and PET scans. It includes blood work and durable medical equipment, outpatient surgeries. It includes injections in a doctor's office. It includes infusions in a doctor's office. So anything that's outpatient falls under Part B, meaning you go home that same day and you sleep in your own bed. Okay, so Part B coinsurance or copayment. We go ahead over here to Plan G. Again, Medicare is going to pick up the first 80% of anything covered that I just discussed under Part B, and then Plan G will fill in the gap and pay the 20%. So far, we see that we have 100% coverage with Part A and Plan G and Part B and Plan G, right? 80, 20, 80, 20. Now, let's go down. Part B deductible. Okay, so the Part B deductible is the amount that I referred to before, $233 for the whole year. Now, once we head up the column to Plan G going down, 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 the Part B deductible is not checked off. It's an X. X marks the spot here. The Part B deductible, the $233, this is the Plan G. You are responsible for that amount in a calendar year. Okay. And so every other bill is paid for once you've hit that $233 in medical bills, and it's an outpatient because everything in inpatient Part A is covered from day one, 100% when you have a Medigap Plan G. It's just when you have Medigap Plan G, the Part B deductible here is not paid for, which equals $233. Part B excess charge. So is that covered with Plan G? Well, the answer is yes. And I will cover what this means, the Part B excess charge, in a different video. It can be a little bit lengthy to explain, so I'm not going to go into it right now, but Plan G covers it. Foreign travel, Plan G covers it. So here's what's interesting. Medicare, original Medicare does not cover you if you travel outside the United States. But if you have a Medigap plan and not an Advantage plan, if you have a Medigap plan, then you can leave the US and you're covered 80% of your medical bills. And out-of-pocket limit. So Medicare has no out-of-pocket limit, meaning your bill could be $5 million. And Medicare, if you're on original Medicare and Medigap Plan G, then Medicare is still going to pay 80% of that $5 million bill. And then the Plan G insurance company, by federal law, pay the 20% that's left over after Medicare paid the first 80% of that $5 million bill. Just to recap, Medicare picks up the first 80%, and then Medigap or Medicare Supplement Plan G picks up the balance, the 20%. After you have met $233 in medical bills for the year. So that's Plan G. You have any other questions? Please feel free to comment below. I love your comments. I love responding. I love answering. I love doing what I do, explaining Medicare. Like I always tell our clients, it's all in my head. If I can get it out to you, it makes me feel better. Ask me anything you need. I'm happy to hear. And oh, remember, subscribe to the channel, and also you can tap the bell icon. So anytime I post a new video, I'm trying to keep posting more information about Medicare so that you have it continuously as you are heading on it. If you're already on it, it's good to refresh yourself. Subscribe, hit the like button. All right, thanks. You all have a great day. See you next video. Bye.